Hello everyone, my name is Gaurav Gupta and today we are continuing with our Flashcard app. In previous video, I showed you how to make a responsive navbar. This is our navbar. So now we will start with the routing and the backend setup. For backend, I'm going to use Firebase and for routing, I'm going to use React Router DOM. So let me show you how to install React Router DOM in our app. So first search for React Router DOM and you can go to either of these two links. Let me show you. Yeah. This reactrouter.com or this npm package. So I'm going to official documentation. So here they have listed some features of React Router DOM and the version 6. So click on I am new and you can read everything here. Here in library you have installation and you have routing. So I'm going to use this installation thing. First copy this command and go to your VS Code. Open a new terminal. So first let's check we are in the correct directory. Yes. And paste it and run. So what it will do is it will install the React router. So yeah, the package is now installed. Now copy this statement, this browser router statement, and go to your app.js. Paste it and then cover your app with this browser router. So it will be the highest level element. Take it and Control X and paste it. So tab and save it. So now our app can use the browser router or routing. It is still not set up because let me show you that if I go to this route, let's say /login, so it is showing me the same page because for all the routes it is rendering. Wait a second. Yeah, for all the routes it is rendering only this. So now to set up individual routers, we will go in routing and here you can see we have different types of routers. We can use simple routers, we can use nested routers. So this I'm leaving on you to explore this page. So let's continue with our path. So copy this routes and route and paste it here, and we have to import both of these. So routes and route. Now you can see our routes are there. So this route is telling you that for this particular path render this particular element. So this we have to remove here because this will throw the error. So we can specify a number of routes. But before moving on further, let me create a new component called wrapper. So create a new component function wrapper, and it will be having one prop which is children, and we will return some JSX. So Control X and Control V. Now before moving on, let me show you why I'm doing this. See, what I'm going to do is for all the rest of the components in our original app, let me show you that also. Yeah. So in our original app, what is happening? This part, this navbar and this background, this is constant. Questions list, add questions, flashcards. So that for that I'm creating a wrapper here. So yeah, um, just some indentation, and then I will be creating a new div and with a class name called app. So now the children will be rendered here, and then use the wrapper here, and for just for testing I am putting home page, and let's just give a one class name text 3xl text bold, wait a minute, font bold, just to see it easily. So yeah, here you can see now our routing is there. Let me show you one more example. Create a new route with the name login, and for login we won't need this wrapper because login page will be a page which is different because it has no navbar in it. So login page, save it and open your app, and wait a minute, type /login. Here now you can see we have login page. We will be styling all the pages, so don't worry. Wait a minute. So enter, and now we are at home page. This is how you can set up the routing. Now why I developed this wrapper is because I don't want to repeat this code, this code. I will just put the wrapper class and now it will be okay. But now I have to define this app class. So copy it and go to app.css. It will be a simple just text align center. Save it, and here you can see we now have text in the center. So now our routing is set. Here you can see our routing is set. So we can start with the Firebase. So in Google type Firebase console, go to the Firebase first link and then go to console. Click on click on create a project, and you can give any name here. So I'm going to give Flashcard YT. So continue, and you can enable it, disable it, but for now I'm going to disable it. Create project, and now it will create your project. So it might take 1 or 2 minutes depending on your internet connection and your machine. So give it some time. So now our project is ready. Click on continue, and here you can see we are inside our project. Let me show you. See, we are in Flashcard YouTube. So click on build, and before that first go to this setting icon and go to project settings and click on this web. Now we have to add our app. This is, see how Firebase works is that first this Flashcard YouTube is the wrapper which contains everything. It contains a lot of features. You can see here app check, hosting, authentication, extensions, data store, etc. So but for using it we first have to create an app. It will have some API keys and all that. So you can give any name here. I'm going to use the same name, Flashcard YouTube. So you can use this Firebase hosting, but I'm going to deploy using Vercel. So I'm not going to take it, but then again you can do it afterwards if you plan to change your hosting. So now it is giving us some instructions, so let's follow them. First, copy the statement npm install Firebase, go to your app, Ctrl J to pull up your terminal, and first let me clear this, ls, paste it and install it. Also copy this we will put in our file, and then continue to console and go to your app and go to the highest level, the source folder. Make a file firebase.js and paste what you have copied. So give it some time and let it install. So you can see our package is installed. Now we have to use two features in our Firebase app, which is authentication and Firestore. So first remove this and copy these two statements. So you can pause the video and type it. This is the getAuth function and getFirestore function. For this, create two variables, const auth equal to getAuth, and pass the app argument in here, and const db equal to get Firestore app. Save it. Export both this auth and db. So for this, simply type export auth db. Because we are going to use these two variables, or you can say these two functionalities in our app.js, meaning different components. Like in navbar we will be using the logout functionality and all that. Now let's set our auth and db in Firebase. So open your Firebase and from build, first select authentication and click on get started. So give it some time, and see here you can use any number of providers. These are some native providers, email, password, and additional providers like Google, Apple, Twitter, Yahoo, Facebook. You can use them. So for now I'm going to use Google. So click on Google, enable it, and you have to configure it. I'm using this email. You can use your own email, it doesn't matter. And then save. Now your provider is enabled. If you are seeing this, that means you can use your Google authentication method. If you want to add more providers, just click on it and you can add email, password, and any number of providers you want to. These custom providers you can only add from the paid features. So if you want to use them, you can use them. So for now, this Google is enough. And then again in build, go to Firestore database. Click on it and click on this create database. So you can leave this as such default, and this you can leave as such, but then you can change it also. So I'd like to change it. I'm changing it to Asia South 1, and you can go in production mode, but for our application we are going to use the test mode. You can read this warning. So create. So now our database is created, it is also set, and our authentication is also set. So that's all for this video. We will use these features to develop our app and add new pages to it, like add questions page, question list, and logout functionality. So we will meet in the next one. Till then, bye.